Hello everybody. Now today's video is going to be pretty interesting because we have a little bit of a time capsule. Now for some reason today I randomly remembered that I recorded a video back in March about the whole coronavirus situation, and I meant to upload it, but for some reason I just never did. I made a thumbnail and everything. I recorded the video on March 15th and the day I'm recording this video is May 8th. So, it's been almost 2 months and I want to look at it and see what's changed. This isn't going to be like a regular funny video. This is just something that's interesting to me that I want to make. Hello everybody, I'm HBL from HBL TV and welcome back to a new video. There, Lily, are you happy? You complained that I didn't do it in the last video, so there. I'm sorry, that was enjoyable for one person and it wasn't me. Oh no. Okay, I forgot I said that. So Lily's my ex-girlfriend and we were together when I recorded this video, but we broke up like less than a week after. I don't know, that's weird. It's weird hearing myself talk about her in a video, especially because I never mentioned her in a video while we were together. She would always make jokes about like only watching my videos for the intro, and in the video I did before that I hadn't done the intro. But yeah, we are back. I was planning on recording a normal video today, but I don't know, my mind's been occupied lately and by the elephant in the room, which is the whole coronavirus, and I just kind of wanted to make a video talking about it. Yeah, that's one thing that I think has definitely changed. It's no longer the elephant in the room. Like 2 months ago, you could start any conversation talking about anything, but like they're thinking about the coronavirus because it was everywhere. And it still is, but it's just gotten so redundant at this point. My friends and I have stopped saying, "Oh dude, I can't wait for quarantine to be over," to each other. Like we've just stopped having those types of conversations because it's so not productive. And like that's the stuff we were talking about in March. So now we just have like regular conversations to get our minds off it. This whole thing is so weird to me because it's like the middle of March right now, and it's crazy how quickly this whole thing has progressed. Like my school just got shut down. We have school today, but my parents didn't let me go. And even after school opens again, they don't know if they want me going, so I might not be leaving the house for the rest of the month. Oh, that's cute. The rest of the month. First of all, I do leave the house almost every day to go on walks. No one really knew, and still no one really knows how long this is going to go on for. And at that point, they canceled school until the 31st of March. Now it's canceled for the rest of the year. So I think that just like shows... it shows how much time has passed, but it also shows just how much this whole thing has developed, which is a little scary to think about. I know I seem pretty calm right now, but I am very scared. I think that's another thing that's changed. I don't think I'm that scared anymore. Yes, I'm scared. It's a scary situation, but when I originally recorded this video, I was like, oh, how are we gonna get food? What if the supermarkets close down? But now that I've lived like this for almost 2 months now, it's kind of just, I kind of just know that isn't gonna happen. It's like, how did this happen? This is nobody's fault. I don't like that people on social media are blaming people. Like, oh, if that idiot didn't eat a bat, then I would have seen your prom. And yes, it is extremely unfortunate. I do feel awful for the people that are missing out on, big life experiences like high school graduation and prom and whatnot because of this whole thing. But what I've been thinking about through all this is, what is gonna happen next? What's gonna happen is like for the next 3 weeks after I recorded this video, the cases are going up and up and up, and it peaked in I think it peaked in early April, and now we're on the downcline, but it really doesn't feel like we're on the downcline, because I remember there was a 2-week period, late April, early May, there was a 2-week period where it was chill. The cases were dropping. None of this is good news, but it seemed like things were going in the right direction. Then Georgia decided to reopen again. It sucks because we really thought we were good for a second. We really thought we were good, but y'all just have no patience. Because I don't know if this makes sense, but for the past week, it seems like time has been moving in slow motion, but also extremely fast at the same time. And I say that because we're constantly getting new information about this whole situation, but also, there's not much development. And when I say not much development, I mean not much positive development. That's another thing that hasn't really changed, the passage of time. I don't know, now it feels like we've been in quarantine forever, but the days go by super fast. But I don't know, the situation, it's just weird because I don't see a way that this ends well. But also I'm kind of scared because it feels like the world is just been put on pause. Like, how are we gonna remember this 10 years from now? Like, hey, you remember that time everything just stopped for a little bit? I mean, yesterday they announced that they closed Disneyland, the NBA's been canceled, the MLB's been delayed. I think they canceled the NHL as well. It's so weird seeing myself like freak out about this stuff because yeah, it's crazy that all this stuff got closed down, and yeah, it's crazy that we're in this situation, but I feel like now we're at the point where we've been in quarantine so long that just the concept of going to a basketball game is insane to me. To me, it's so strange that we used to gather in groups of thousands of people and watch a basketball game. People would gather on like a daily basis in huge arenas of 40, 50,000 people, and like people were just cool with that. It was just okay with everybody. Today is March 13th, okay? Oh, never mind, not March 15th, March 13th I recorded this, but whatever. A week ago, March 6th, was the first time my school addressed the idea of possibly doing online school. And I, at least, was very shocked. It had been in conversation among students for a few days at that point, but no one thought it was actually going to happen. And even then, like, we knew there was a small chance, like barely within the realm of possibility. And now it's happening. I don't know how online school is going to be. This is really terrible timing because my grades haven't been great this quarter, and I really need to pick them up because we're scheduled to go back to school right before the quarter ends. First of all, you're not going back to school in the third quarter, and you're not going back to school in the fourth quarter either. Also, my grades ended up being fine. I was like really surprised at how sympathetic the teachers were about like rounding up stuff and, you know, just like letting me do some extra credit. But overall, how's online school? I mean, it's quick, which is nice. It's also really annoying because I don't like doing work from home, but it feels like we're in an apocalypse right now. And part of me is like, you know what, maybe people are overreacting. But then what if we're not? My parents bought a second fridge to stock up on food. So we don't know how long we're going to be in for. I don't see how we're going to smoothly transition from this back into our regular lives. Because here's the thing, nobody's listening to the government warnings. Like everyone's saying, hey, stay inside, and people aren't listening, which I get because isolation is scary. And, you know, a lot of us, including myself, do want to continue living our lives with a sense of normalcy, but that's just not something we can do right now. So that's another thing that's changed, but at the same time has stayed the same. Like, I feel like maybe a week or two after I recorded this, I noticed that people like started legitimately taking stuff seriously. I don't know, like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, like we all just lost our patience and just started going. I get it, okay? I get it. This is annoying. I want to see my friends, but like you got it. We have to continue to stay inside. It's also crazy to see how fast this has all progressed, because in January I was out of school for a couple days because I had the flu, and I remember like my first or second day back, I coughed in gym class, and my friend was like, dude, stop coughing, I don't want your corona. And she was obviously joking, but like now when I hear someone cough, I get paranoid. That joke has aged pretty weirdly, because in January it was a joke, in March it was like, oh, this is serious, and now in May it's like, stop, like I've heard that joke so many times over the last 2 months. Shut up with the corona memes. I catch myself like almost cringing at this video. It's like time traveling and hearing all the memes that are popular from that time. All the memes that are now dead. Imagine you time traveled back to November/December 2019 when everyone was saying, okay boomer. For someone from May 2020, that's like the stupidest thing ever. Like, dude, no one has said that unironically in months. But it's like fresh for these people. That's what watching this video feels like. Alright, so that's it for that video. So I guess now I will just give my thoughts on it. I think it was definitely really weird watching that video now because things were so different, but also like I don't know how I was keeping my cool while recording that. And I didn't actually say this in the video, but something I was thinking a lot about during that time was like, nothing like this has ever really happened. What do we expect? We don't know what to expect. And I think to an extent, people are still thinking like that, or I am thinking like that, but it's not as bad because, you know, things have gotten a little bit better now. Obviously, we're still, you know, some time away from reopening society, but I think we're in a much better position now than we were 2 months ago. I don't know, maybe in July, I'll make a video reacting to this video and just talk about the state of the world then. Maybe I'll make this into a little series that I do every 2 months where I just talk about the progression of this whole thing. Because the first part was at the beginning of quarantine. Maybe I can document it up until we re-enter society normally. I think that would be cool. Yeah, what do you guys think? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.